Kia ora, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you to everyone for joining. Do appreciate you all being here. Hello, Perfectly Imperfect Gamer. Thank you so much for joining. Hope your day's going well. We are all good here. Thank you so much for asking. So we're going to try the Mercedes pack again. Hopefully YouTube / my computer will behave itself this time. I'm looking at the stream statistics at the moment and it appears to be behaving itself. So let's see how we go. So we actually ran out of time a little bit. I did finish the mowing and we have done a little bit of tedding, so we're just going to finish that. And so I'm actually in the baby Mercedes at the moment. This is the small one. So we're just using it to ted the grass. Nice low power needed for tedding, so yeah. So unfortunately we've had to go through into the next month, which means the grass has grown. So we've got, yeah, basically tall grass. So it's blocking a little bit of what we've got, but you know, that's okay. We'll carry on. We will muddle on. Yep, I'm doing good, thanks. Perfectly Imperfect. Been a busy week. So it'd be nice to just relax and, yeah, hopefully the stream will behave itself and I can have a bit of fun with the new pack. So, yeah, we're going to do a bit of baling. Bit of stacking. Do think they've got the sound pretty good. They are quite a nice tractor, to be honest. So once we've done the tedding with this one, we'll use the next one up to do some windrowing. And of course we are still on the map. Hallig Luettenland. So yeah, is a PC only map, probably because of he's probably had to use some scripts to do the tides. So the map does have tides on it, and they do come in and out at set times. So you can see it is pretty much out at the moment. So it shouldn't take us too long to ted this field. So is anyone else using the Mercedes pack? Let me know what you think of it. In fact, possibly the only complaint I've got is it sounds so good out of the cab. I don't actually want to go in the cab. I just want to listen to the sound. You haven't had a chance to use it yet. I know what it means. You mean, mate. You've been really busy with a lot of other projects, and it's a bit hard to fit them into your projects. So can understand. That's why I just decided to. Yeah, I had the same problem. I didn't know how I was going to fit them into the maps I was playing in Saxlingham and that sort of thing. So that's why I decided to do a special stream, which was an utter disaster. But hey, you get that sometimes. It does appear that Google had problems with streaming. I don't know if it's been fixed yet. And like I say, I actually had a update that was sitting there waiting to be installed. And I have seen strange things happen to computers when there's updates to be installed. One of the first things you do when you're troubleshooting a computer is to see if there's an update. If there is, always install it, because sometimes that will fix things. I've had it happen a few times. There you go. You can come on the stream, watch Farm Sim being played, and get some free knowledge, IT knowledge, to the value of $100 for nothing. But yeah, I do like the pack. I think I will be using it. Hey, perfectly. Why don't you run a competition on one of your videos, mate? Yeah, do that, mate. Run a competition. Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of those, mate. Plenty of those. Right, I think possibly one more sweep down this end, then we finish off that last little bit over there. And we'll have ourselves some nice hay. So obviously if I was wanting to make money, I would have done this in silage, but wasn't too worried. I wanted to use all the tractors, so having the tedder on the small one was a good way to use the small tractor. It's more sort of like a yard tractor than anything. It's probably too small, really, for much field work, unless you're really using small equipment. Hello, Bobby Wonder. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yep, just using the new Mercedes DLC with and we've made hay. So I've used the Unimog to run the mowers, and we've done the mowers. So I'm now using the tractors, MB Track, to run some of the other equipment. So something that did drop the other day too is the Pro Seed Box. And I'm actually quite excited about that because they've finally done what I've wanted for a long time. Yeah, we've had the Seed Maker that came out in FS22, and you know, you pour a bit of canola or wheat or barley, whatever you want. You pour that into the auger with a bit of seed treatment, and seeds come out the other end, which is fine, but the realism part of my brain was going, okay, so I put wheat in and then I can plant anything because, yeah, there is just generic seeds. There is a mod that does separate seeds and that sort of thing, but I haven't quite got into that much realism. But what I really wanted to do was put it in wheat seed and put the seed into a box labeled wheat and use that in my planter. Hey, AI Farmer, welcome in. Thank you for joining. And so with the Pro Seed Box, they actually have labels on them now. So you can buy wheat, you can buy barley, you can buy any seed that you want. And so for that little bit of extra realism when you're making seeds with the seed auger, you know, you can put in wheat and put the seed into a wheat seed pro box. You can put canola in and make canola seed, or make seed. It's just generalized seed, but you can put it into a canola box, and I think that's just pretty awesome. So I might be incorporating that into one of my gameplays. Yeah, I hope you're doing well there, AI Farmer. Thank you so much for joining. We're having another go at the Mercedes pack, and so far looks like my OBS is behaving itself. YouTube is behaving itself, and possibly my computer is behaving itself. So, not entirely sure what went wrong the other night. But yeah, like I say, it's been a busy week, so it's actually nice just to get back into the game and relax and enjoy a bit of the MB track. Details are pretty good in this. You got an old AM/FM radio, and is that a cassette deck in there? Haven't had a cassette deck in a car for years. Now, moving. What happens if we do that? The levers don't move. Okay. And I guess that's the difference between the immersion of farming simulator tractors and flight simulator aircraft. Flight simulator aircraft, you could actually move your mouse and actually move those levers to operate the hydraulics. There is that level of detail with aircraft. Having said that though, some aircraft retail for close to $100. That's just for the aircraft. That doesn't include the sim. So yeah, a lot of work goes into them, but they charge a lot of money for them as well. Oh, nice, AI Farmer. That's absolutely awesome. It's nothing like seeing the area you live in from the air. Gives you a whole new perspective. Thank you to everyone that's watching as well on the horizontal and vertical streams. If you haven't done so already, if you could hit the like, that would be much appreciated. It'll let the YouTube algorithm know that it's a good video and that it's worth putting out there to other people. First time ever in a flying aeroplane. Oh, mate, that's an amazing feeling, isn't it? I've been up a couple of times. Been in a big jet and been in a couple of small planes as well. And yeah, it's an amazing feeling. Hey MJ Games, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great Friday. So yeah, definitely a Friday here and enjoying it. Had a busy week. Looks like I've got a busy week next week as well. So yeah, which is good. If I'm busy, it means the boss is making money. If the boss is making money, then he's probably going to keep paying me. It felt better than expected. Yeah, mate. Some of them can be a bit rough. Here is hard. Hey MJ Games, I'm not on a server at the moment. This is just solo play. So I haven't set it up as a server at all. I'm just wanting to use the new Mercedes pack. Right, so we've got that nicely done. So this is the baby Mercedes. I think it goes up to about 80 horsepower. Aye, nice AI farmer. Yeah, they're a nice plane, the Cessnas. Okay, so we've got a few different things here. Like we've got this one here. So we've got that's the next one up. I'll use that to do the windrowing. Now I've got this one set up with the rear loader. Hey Scott, welcome in. Thank you for joining. And Crofter, kia ora, welcome in. Thank you for joining. We're having a go at the Mercedes pack again. So there's something I want to get while the tide is still out, so I might just go and do that. And then we'll do some windrowing. Hey Oscar, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Yes, the Unimog is very, very quick. Does about 90 kilometers. So it actually makes for a great speedy tractor, to be honest. It doesn't change your opinion over that seeing flying as a bus trip. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Scott. Been a busy week, but it's Friday, so yeah, it's nice. Nice to relax with a bit of farm sim. Have some friends along as well and have a chat. So this is the new map. I keep having to look at my thing because yeah, my title, so I can actually remember what it's called. Hallig Luettenland. I've probably destroyed that with my pronunciation. I do apologize. But it has a unique feature. He's got it scripted so that the tides come in and out and will actually cover the causeway here. So you've got to sort of pick your time. Not yet, Crofter, I don't think. I think there might have been an initial patch just after it launched, but that's been about it. Yeah, thanks MJ Games. Probably for now, I'm just going to stick with playing around with my Mercedes pack at the moment. I want to get the hay done, get some baling done, and just relax a bit. So let's have a look. And swapping services and all that is a bit hard when you're streaming. Alright, so where are we? I was going to come down here, get my brain into gear. It's under Bale transport. Yep, there we go. The 4 stack. That's basically what I wanted to get. Something I don't use too often, so thought it might be nice to you know, stack the bales as we go and pick them up. So what I might do is I might get rid of the sides on this. Maybe come down here to miscellaneous. Not that miscellaneous. That miscellaneous. Not too sure why we have too many miscellaneouses. Okay, and we've got the bumper there. I'm not too sure what that bumper's for. Only goes on the... I think it's only meant to go on the small tractors. So, yeah, interesting. I did try with my tired head yesterday to do some swatting with the Unimog. Yeah, mate. So let's customize this and make it into a bale platform. Can I? Yeah, sidewalls. Don't want sidewalls. There we go. That's how we do it. Ah, swathing. What? Sorry, looked like swatting. I'm sort of thinking, yeah, okay, doing some homework. Swathing. Doesn't like the 7.6 meter header. Yeah, probably a bit out of balance, I'd say. Alright, let's put this up here. Okay, so it's picked up that, so Let's get this back to the farm and then we can do some windrowing. And then I want to use the big the Unimog to pull the baler. Like I say, in real life, I'm not sure I'd want to be driving along here. You know, with all the salt that would be in the sand, it would get everywhere, and would your equipment would soon rust out. Your brakes would need to be replaced all the time. I don't care how good you are at pressure washing, you're not going to get every nook and cranny. So yeah, Crofter, haven't played the DLC enough to know if there's any major problems with it. So yeah, I guess they're getting all the reports in from the beta testers. I mean, you know, paying customers. Yeah, there's the Unimog that we put the mowers on. A great job, to be honest. You should. It's got a whole heap of power. Definitely way more power in the Unimogs than there is in the tractor. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Crofter. I actually like the 8x8 too, but I went with that one in the end because of the camera mirrors. I was a bit disappointed that it didn't come with an 8x8. Would have been good. Alright, let's see if we can get this nicely windrowed. Yeah, AI, that'll be good now. I'm looking forward to seeing what the modders do with the backs of the Unimogs. I have to say I am a little bit disappointed that they didn't come out with any modules. Yeah, but I guess the plus side of it is they have released that side of things to modders. So, you know, the sky's the limit, basically. So it is unfortunately I had to go into the next day, so we have got a, you know, the next month of grass growth come up. That is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I think it's always a little bit disappointing that when you first start the game you only have a 1 day month. It would be really good if you could choose right at the start how many days you have in a month. Here comes AI Farmer and his Merc SLK. Oh, nice. This one comes in the top 5 of Giant's lazy boo-boos. Yeah, mate. Like I say, it would have been great if we could have had, you know, high-walled grain bins. So I'm actually thinking, like, you know, I've got the Unimog in my Daheim map play. I'm probably going to keep that because it's got the high side grain wall at the moment. So yeah, and that's what I want. You'll take the 190E? Hey, yep. Hey, Nick, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great Friday. Thank you to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope you're having a great day. Doing a little MB Outcross for 8 years. Nice. That was actually one of my first trucks on Euro Truck Simulator, was the Mercedes-Benz. I actually drove, owned and drove a Mercedes ML 500 for a few years. Nice. It was really nice. You know, 7-seater SUV. It went really nice. AI, I always class it. Audi is the test bed for my car, mate. They put all the bleeding edge stuff on the Audis, test it and get it working right, then they release it onto my Skoda. Yes, people, I went from a Mercedes to a Skoda. But the Skoda was my first brand new car. And the Mercedes was hitting close to 20 years. So, yeah. It was probably time to let it go. Hey, nice one, AI. Yeah. VW transporter. You know VW runs Skoda engines? Just watched a bunch of Insta reels of Muppets and Land Cruisers. Ah, I can imagine, mate. Tackling deep water crossings. Ha ha ha! Ah. Let me guess, those doors aren't waterproof? That's got a bit better sound. You actually hear the throaty pipe. I was a bit disappointed with the small one. You couldn't hear the pipe sound when in cab. Definitely has a nice sound to it. Forgetting to close their windows. Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. Nice one, Crofter. Hey, thank you to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope your Friday's going well. Hey, rocket scientist. How's it going, mate? Thank you for joining. Hope your Friday's going well. Early evening for you, so hope it's going well. Did you see the Australian video I put up on Discord? The tourist video. So far, I'm actually really impressed with these. As long as I don't hit any trees. The 5-cylinder. Yeah, that engine just doesn't make much sense to me, a 5-cylinder. I don't know. But then I am more of a V8 person, the perfectly balanced engine V8. I know what you mean there. I did a delivery and installations of TVs for a while, and we had a Sprinter van, Mercedes Sprinter. Yeah, that thing was quick. Yeah, Euro paid. Yeah, I've got a 4-cylinder now. I did have, I've had a couple of 8-cylinders. So they're a nice engine. The newer versions of the Transporter 2-litre 4-cylinders and have more problems than the type I had. Ah, fair enough, mate. I have to say I've been impressed with the turbos on the Euros. I've driven a Japanese turbo, and basically they're designed for the higher revs, and there's no oomph at the very beginning. Whereas with the Euros, the Euro turbo, it's right there, right at the start. Yeah, you've got the grunt when you need it, when you're taking off from lights or intersections, taking that half gap, because that's the only gap that there's ever going to be. So yeah, quite impressed with the how the Euros have got their turbo setup. You even have the 1.5 litre transporter. Hey Mason the truck spotter, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Wish there was a way we could lock these wheels. They're a pain. We've got to be about 2 steps ahead of these when you're reversing them. Yeah, 15 litres, mate. Different ball game, that one. Totally different ball game. Totally different fuel bill too. Hey, Aquil Molana, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great Friday. So yeah, we're just doing a bit of baling. Wanted to use basically most of the stuff in the Mercedes packs, so I thought using a mower and the baler and all that would be a good way to make use of the Mercedes-Benz pack. Even your Acros was 2.5, 270 horsepower for 2-ton truck, fully loaded. Yeah, 6-cylinder. Yeah, it's amazing what they can squeeze out of a 4-cylinder now. Hey, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great Friday. Fuel was about 500 meters to 1.5k to the litre. Yeah. That would be thirsty. Yeah, 620 horsepower Cummins engine. Would have had a bit of grunt. Yeah, I thought you were talking about a DAF there, mate. I think we've got DAFs over here in New Zealand too. Someone put some rubbish in the way, so I had to fold it up to be able to get past it. My teacher complained about 13 kilometers to the litre on his car. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't know what it's like. You'd go bankrupt of fuel prices if you drove that truck over here. Yeah, mate. But no rail network in Western Australia, so road trains are the only way to get goods moved around. They're the most efficient way. Yeah, 9 litres per 100k, that's actually really good. My Skoda sort of averages about 8 to 9 round town driving and about 6 to 7 on the open road. So I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, Cummins is your favourite boat engine, reliable. Yeah, you want something reliable when you're out there, that's for sure. It's only a year old, probably why it's so good. Yeah, it probably helps, mate. Isuzu D-Max, nice. They're a nice ute, those. I actually checked out an Isuzu when I was looking to buy a new car, and yeah, it sort of was rated up there for me. But it was probably a bit too big for what I needed. Just round town. Safety features. $750 meters to the litre. Yeah, you'd want to have big tanks when you're driving out in the outback with that kind of fuel mileage. Okay, so that's all done. So I guess we can go back to the Unimog now and do some baling. Hey Klaus, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Hopefully the stream's behaving itself a bit better. OBS is telling me it's behaving itself, so yeah. So let's head back to the Unimog. Let's hook up the baler and let's see if we can get some baling done. Hey, Farmhand Andy, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Now this actually has the camera. Probably use it. There we go. That's where I'm wanting to get to. Yeah. Good to hear, Klaus. Thanks so much for that. Right, so here we go. If we can get used to this mirror. Oh. Right, so this has an awful lot of horsepower, so should be able to handle the baler no problem. So you want to change the bale size. Hey, no worries, Mason. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great Friday. Got to remember to drive off to the side. What's that for being centre? Oh, not quite. Okay, so looks like virtually centre is still with the view virtually centered on the steering wheel. Yeah, Farmhand Andy. MB tracks are great vintage tractors, but I think the Unimog is going to be a daily farm user vehicle, definitely. It's got the power, especially this new one. Yeah, 90k travelling between fields. You can't complain about that. Hey, thank you to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope you're having a great day. Oh, we've done 2 bales already. It's quite a nice map this. It's a shame that it is only a PC map. It's not available for consoles. I'm guessing it's because of the scripts for the tides. Whether I'll play a regular game on this map or not, I'm not too sure. Every time you see a prime mover with only one drive axle, it looks ugly. Yeah, mate, you want four-wheel drive. Like I say, I think of the Unitrack as sort of more like a side-by-side sim track. Hey, thank you to everyone that has hit the like button. Appreciate it. If you haven't hit it yet, if you could, that'd be fantastic. Helps with the YouTube algorithm thing. Oh, we've got 12 bales off this field already. Very strong coffee wake up time. Yep. Actually missed out on my second cup of coffee for the day, so I'm in coffee deficit at the moment. Not a good thing. Hey Chaz Livermore, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day. You're from Oxford, North Canterbury. Awesome. Hope things are going well down there. I'm from the central North Island, so yeah, we've had a bit of stormy weather up here. I believe there was a bit of snow meant to be going around. I think Arthur's Pass was going to have some snow. So yeah, thank you for joining there, Chaz. Appreciate it. I think we have another Farm Simmer Argsy Gaming that's building a map based around pretty close to your area, I believe. Looking forward to that coming out. Being able to play on a Kiwi map. Yeah, Chaz, just doing a bit of baling with the Mercedes-Benz pack. I've used the MB track, the tractors to Ted and Windrow, and I've used this Unimog here to mow, and now using it to bale. So quite impressed with it. Oh, done there, farmhand Andy. That is a pain, isn't it? I hope things go well with Calmston. Can't fault that map though, really. It's an awesome map. I see Hispano Modding released a new Massey Ferguson tractor, the base game one from FS22. So yeah, almost feel like I need to revisit Calmsden just so I can have that Massey on it as well. Add it to my Massey collection. We'll have a PC in less than 2 weeks and no more issues. I wish I could promise you that, and Andy, but yeah, there's even issues with PCs, mate. But yeah, when you're forced to save in the cloud, it's a bit of a pain. I've done a build with the stone pack to enjoy. Hey, nice. Countdown has begun for Andy's launch. Yeah, mate. Look forward to that. Yeah, you can, mate. You can back them up, and it automatically backs them up as well every time you do a new save. I think it keeps about 6 or so of them. So you can go back a fair ways. And it's easier to delete required mods. You know those maps that keep insisting on installing 20 odd mods so that they can look pretty? Because the map maker can't be bothered to make his own models and wants to use everybody else's. Just so they can get the same amount of credit that other map makers that actually put time into making their own models. Yeah, you're right there, farmhand Andy. Too many maps. I don't want to call map makers lazy because there's a lot of work in making a map. But there are some that put more passion into their maps by creating their own buildings than others that just borrow buildings from other people. No, I don't think so, Crofter. Not yet anyway. I don't see anything on the Could be missing something, but I don't see anything in the list down the side. But yeah, I did see that video. Very clever. I really hope Giants has some right-hand drive trucks for the new map. If they don't, that'll be the biggest own goal in the history of any own goal. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but you know, it will be a bit of an oversight. Let's give you a map with right-hand drive traffic and then give you all left-hand drive vehicles. Mr. Seeley tried switching sides. Did he succeed? I just don't see any command there. I think this might be virtually the last one. Oh no, there's a few down this way yet to do. You can switch drive direction. Yeah, but you've got to do the model as well, AI Farmer. That's the whole problem is, yeah, you can switch sides in the XML, but you've got to remodel the whole steering wheel as well. He didn't succeed. Yeah. Alright, I think we've picked everything up. Make sure we have a quick run around. Here we go, got it off. Hey, Mr. A Farmers, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Day's going well, thank you. It's Friday, last day of the work week. Got a special trip with the family this weekend, so we won't be doing any streaming this weekend. Got a bright and early start on Sunday, so I don't want to be staying up late streaming on Saturday. I have a feeling I won't be in much of a condition to stream on Sunday night. So, won't be doing any streaming. Now, while I remember, just want to say a big thank you to everyone. Don't know if you guys can see that. That's a certificate I got from Canteen for the support that we all showed them on my 1,000 subscriber stream. So that was absolutely something I was not expecting. They actually sent a handwritten note to thank us, so I just wanted to pass on my thanks to everyone there. And you know, it was a great cause and we had a lot of fun. So yeah, thank you everyone. I wouldn't have been able to get that certificate without everyone's help. So that certificate belongs to everyone. So, haven't used the 4-stack for a long time. Haven't used it in FS25, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, mate. It's just a front loader mounted on the back. Must be it. So which one do we want? Why? Yep, thanks Mr. A Farmers. Planning to. So yeah, my apologies. It's been a bit of a rough week for streaming, but you get that sometimes. Yeah, in real life, some have that option. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the video of it. It's quite clever. But it looks like they didn't program it into the... Yeah, didn't program it in. You sort of have to get them lined up well, don't you? Thank you for the kind words, Mr. A Farmers. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was base game in FS22, but Hispano Modding has converted a lot of FS22 mods over, so he seems to do quite a good job of the conversion. So yeah, it works quite well. At least you don't have to stack them with the tractor. But you do have to get on them pretty much square on, otherwise they don't feed in very well. You can see the water's coming in. Yeah, precision is definitely needed, mate. Definitely. Yeah, we've got trucks like that over here too, AI Farmer. You know, when they're doing work close to the curb, it's easier to have the steering wheel on the curb side. So yeah, we've got those over here, and I guess would work like that over in Europe too with the left-hand drive. No worries there, farmhand Andy. Hope that game saver's there for you. Hey, Richard Herbert, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great Friday. Yeah, it sounds about right there, AI. Alright, we've now used the 4-stack. Not sure why they call it 4-stack, it should be 3-stack. Okay, so that's every Mercedes tractor we'll have used, because we're going to be using the backloader one. So let's put this Unimog in. Play. We haven't actually used this one in anger yet, just as more of a tow vehicle. So let's load it up. Not sure how many bales we'll get on. Let's put this down on sort of a bit of flat ground. Okay, so we've got this set up with rear steering at the moment, but we can change it. There we go, that's normal steering. Lots of gears in this gearbox. Okay, so this will be a bit different to the front loader, because it's the rear wheels that are turning, not the front wheels. So okay, so it doesn't look like I've got... thought there would have been a way to move those spikes in. Why? There we go. Now, any trouble with these rear drive or these rear drive vehicles is they don't automatically swap over. I left my toolbox on there. So I'll put this over here so I can forget about it. And wonder where I put it. Looks like we're going to fit 6 bales on this. Won't say what I'm thinking at the moment. Not very family friendly. Old Gaming, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, let's go off and sell it. We won't talk about the loading much. Overall, I'm quite impressed with the pack so far. Not toppling over too much. What's the quickest way to the Bale dealer? Okay, so I think we'll go around to the next one and then go straight down. Hey FS Farmer, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hey, and thank you to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope you're having a great day. I think down here is a bale sell point. Here we go. Simon Lutgard, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining from Denmark. Do appreciate it. Hope you're having a good Friday. Okay, seeing we've got this one little bale here, I'm actually going to try and load 4 on. See how we get on. Bale loader is only for 3, so not sure how we'll get on with this. Well, tractor's sort of handling it. Yeah, you're Danish. Awesome, mate. Great to have you here. Thank you so much. So just trying out the new Mercedes-Benz pack. The DLC from Giants. Released early this week. Yeah, saved it. Yay. Hey Alfie, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Got the DLC but need to update your game. Yeah, there's always a new update with the DLC, that's for sure. Hey, thank you to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Hope you're having a great Friday. I think I might have cut that corner a bit too tight. Hey AI Farmer, thank you so much for joining. I will have a good weekend. Appreciate the kind thoughts. Looking forward to it. Thank you, AI. You have a good weekend as well, sir. And we'll see you on our next stream. Hey, good morning, Miss Lisa. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope your Friday's going well. Ooh, a bit of a gap between them. Wouldn't be a good load to take in real life, but this is Farm Sim. Yep, I'm good, thank you. Had a busy week this week, but yeah, it's nice to enjoy a bit of relaxing Farm Sim. And it's nice to be able to stream it out there and enjoy it with other people as well. So it's quite a nice little map, this one, but yeah, like I say, it is PC only. So basically, we just wanted to try out all the new MERCEDES-BENZ DLCs, and thought a good way of doing that would be to use the Unimog to mow and bale the hay, and the smaller MB tracks to head and windrow. And we used one of the MB tracks to run the stacker, and we're now using one as a rear end loader, and using the slightly older, less powerful Unimog for taking the bales. Yeah, I don't mind them so far. The bigger tractor is sort of like a fairly large medium tractor, so it's good for medium gear. The Unimog has got a lot of grunt, a lot of power, so can definitely use that in replace of a big tractor. I sort of think the Unimog is like I don't know if you remember the Sin track that came out in FS19 and FS22. Had the modular systems. Sort of reminds me a lot of that, you know, with the smaller wheels. So yeah, No, I am liking it. I think it is an awesome pack. This would like a few more backs for the Unimog. Now I just don't want to knock the bales down, that's all. Not entirely sure of the realism of this center of gravity. Seems like we can go around corners pretty fast and it doesn't want to tip over. Which makes for easier gameplay, definitely. But it does look a bit top heavy and looks like it should want to fall over. But you know, I suppose giants can't win on that one, you know. If the truck kept falling over all the time, people would be complaining. So it's probably better to have one really picky guy complain about trucks not falling over than it has to have hundreds of people complaining about the trucks falling over. Yeah, definitely a good thing. Now you can definitely throw it around quite well. Maybe on the next one I'll see if we can actually tip the truck over. Yeah, it definitely gets along quite nicely. Yes, Scott, we do have chicken salt in New Zealand. Very good with chips. Okay, so it's not the greatest load. Let's see what it takes to make this roll over. Whoa. Let's do a DJ. Okay, so we're at 40k and I am turning full lock and it doesn't want to turn over. Let's see if we can get a bit more speed up. Okay, 70k, full lock. No, doesn't want to tip over. Yes, we finally got it to tip over. And then it bounces back up again. So it's definitely got a very low centre of gravity, that's for sure. But we got it to tip over. So yeah, like I say, you know, some of us realism people that understand top heavy loads have moved top heavy loads would look at that and go, that is totally unrealistic for such a narrow wheelbase. But for the casual gamer, having your truck tip over every corner would just be a pain. So yeah, can sort of see why they've done that. This is what the interior looks like. Looks like the light's broken on the heater controls. Usually those light up a bit too, but you know. The dials look good with the lights on. Hey Lisa, having an early morning coffee? Nice. Yeah, it's 5:36 a.m. for you. Yeah, that's definitely early in the morning for me. Usually have my alarm set for about 6 o'clock. $20.36. Yeah, it's 22.36 for me here, mate. Right, we'll get this one taken off. So we can actually go this way. It's probably a longer way to go because we're not cutting across the island, we're going around the island. But take a different route. Got a bit of a car park there for there's a walk that sort of goes around the edge of the island. Probably be a good place to have horses here. You know, you'd take them for a stroll along the stock bank there and you know, look out over the ocean. So that's where you can sell your grain. This is a pallet and bale sales point. It's quite neat the way he's utilised the ferry and all that, and the grain boat. Because they're Giants mods, they're not required mods, they're already installed. Yay. There were 2 required mods, it's a house packs. Oh, I can kind of live with 2, but you know, 26 required mods, come on guys. Really? Yeah, and I'm complaining, but I'm on PC. You know, I can remove the map and quickly remove all the mods. But yeah, I really feel for console players that you remove the map and you've still got 26 mods that you probably aren't going to be using, because they are sort of, you know, for a particular type of map or area. And they're all just taking up slot counts. There we go, look at my shadow. Hey! Awesome. Hey everyone, thank you for joining. I think I'm going to call it a night there. We've achieved what we wanted to do. You know, we've done work with the Mercedes pack. It appears to work very well. The Unimog there did a great job with the mowing and the baling. I think I'd be quite happy to use it and sort of, you know, in replace of a lot of tractors, and it is very fast, 90k, and yeah, it's really good. We've got the trucks there, the tractors and that sort of thing, so yeah, I think it's quite a good pack. Of course, I've got the year 1 season pass, so yeah, I've basically prepaid for it. So whether it's worth you know, spending money on it, only you can decide that if you haven't got a year 1 season pass. I have really found nothing to say don't get it, but you know, it is a personal thing. You know, we already have trucks, we don't need big trucks, although the hook lift trucks are really good. So thank you everyone for joining, do appreciate it. Have a good day, good afternoon or good evening wherever you are in the world, and whatever time you're watching this. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button, and feel free to share this video with anyone that you like. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, if you could subscribe, that'd be awesome. But thank you to everyone that's joined. I'm glad the stream has worked well, as opposed to last Wednesday. But thank you everyone, until next time, bye.